What is shaking? Happy Friday to you. And yes, I do know I have something hanging from my chin. I was going for Valhalla, the show Vikings. Great show, by the way. Uh, and like it came off way better on the show. Like it just looked like I don't look like a Viking. I don't know. It's just like I don't know what I'm going to let grow a little longer. I don't want to give up on it because if you grow long hair, you have to fight through that awkward stage. Kind of bunches up and it looks like crap, and then all of a sudden it gets kind of longer and it pulls on. It's a little bit straighter, and then it just looks better. So we're gonna see where this goes. We'll see where it goes. If I take the rubber bands off, and really it was my wife saying that thing is out of control. You get the weed whacker out, or we tame that thing. I go, let's tame it. Let's just see where this thing ends up. So there you go. I still want to. I got to get to Halloween so I can be a wizard. It's too easy. All I need is a staff, a robe, and a hat. One of those pointy Merlin hats. I'm good. There's my costume. Just boom, it's simple. And this thing might be majestic by October. I mean, this thing could be like down to there. Maybe it will be. Nah, because they had the and Vikings Valhalla, they had the thick braids, and it was just yeah. I don't think I'm ever gonna reach that, but we all have goals. We all have dreams, and this is mine. It's a simple one. And I don't really have to even do anything to achieve it. I just got to wait and see if it becomes a reality or it's bah, they just whack it off and move on. That sounded weird. Let's get to the Warriors. Everybody out there, if you're religious, like 20 Hail Marys. If you thought for a second that the Warriors would be better off just putting Steph Curry on the shelf for the rest of the season when he came back a couple weeks ago against Houston. Just bow your head in shame. Like Game of Thrones. Shame. 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 We should walk you through town and people lined up on each side of the street. Shame. Shame. Yeah, let's sit Steph Curry out. Let's not enjoy the show. Let's not enjoy Steph being Steph. Wasn't that was the most magnificent game that doesn't exist in the history of the NBA, I think. As you know or don't know, playing games cease to exist the minute they're over. They just poof into the ether, gone. Not a regular season game, not a playoff game. It's a playing game. Stats go nowhere. Just poof, gone. But if you're a Warriors fan, if you watch that game, you will remember Steph Curry being Steph Curry in the second half. You will remember Draymond Green locking up Kawhi Leonard in the fourth quarter. You will remember Al Horford hitting 3 straight threes in the fourth quarter. I mean, that was just a whale of a show. Does it mean anything other than that? No. But that's okay. That's what I'm trying to impart to you. Not all of you, but some of you, that it's okay. It doesn't always have to be big picture. Enjoy the little moments. Enjoy the moments like this, where you see Steph dismantling the Clippers, hitting big shot after big shot after big shot. There's not going to be that many more of those. All right. Certainly, have been a lot more than there will be going forward. Not even close. So enjoy them. Just enjoy them. Enjoy what Steph does. Enjoy the step back threes. Enjoy the sidestep threes. Enjoy the wizardry that is Steph Curry. I mean, that was just a whale of a game. I know we have some of his shots. I mean, I mean, I think that was one of the first ones that got him going. No, that was one of the first ones. Really, what got him going was in the third, but that's a layup for him. Wide open, feet set. Thank you. I'll take it. The classic mouthpiece hanging out of his mouth. Yeah, free throws aren't really wizardry. Got to be honest with you. But this is like, here we go. He's like, oh, I see you. I see you. I'm gonna go by you. Oh, you're gonna nope. I mean, that's the thing. Steph doesn't get credit for his finishing. He's a really good finisher around the bucket. He's obviously the greatest shooter of all time, greatest long range shooter of all time. But I mean, he's a really good finisher too. That's a given, like a 4-point play. How do you not jump out at that? Like, how do you play drop coverage against Steph Curry? Like that I never understood. Like you can't let that man just come off a handoff, dribble or otherwise, and just I got it, I got you. Now that is just Brooke has no chance. Brooke Lopez got him backpedaling. It's over, and that's in your face. That's what I do. It's got to be scary guarding that dude. I mean, because right there you're like, oh, he could shoot it from here. We're good. The step back, brutal. I mean, just all this stuff that he makes seem, and I would never do that, by the way. Never fly by versus Steph. Stay on the ground. If he's going to shoot, he's going to shoot it. But as soon as you fly by, he gets to have a great look at it, and it's going to be lights out for you. Every once in a while, I mean, of course, every once in a while he's going to miss one, but you're lucky if he does. And again, get to the rim. That is not an easy shot. Left foot. Just flip it up with your right hand. That's tough. And I think we're getting close to the one. Oh, there's Big Al. Big Al, who wasn't shooting the ball that well. This is the one where like, oh, Brooke Lopez, you got in my way. Chris Dunson, bang. Steph's in the crowd. Did I make that? I did? Oh, of course I did. I'm Steph Curry. We're good. We're good. So that wasn't worth it. Like watching him do that wasn't worth it. If they get beat tonight against Phoenix or playing them at 7, that wasn't worth it. If you say no, because why bother? It's a playing game. Who cares? I mean, I think you got your head up your ass. You're like, yeah, I don't want to bother with the roses. Nah, smell what? I ain't stopping to smell shit. I ain't stopping. Smell what? Smell rose? Like, I don't care. I want a good draft pick. I want that 1% chance to do what Dallas did last year, because that's going to happen. That it's going to happen 2 years in a row where a team with a 1% chance, 1.5, whatever it is, will have the first pick. And I get it. No, I don't. I don't get it at all. Like let's throw away some Steph moments for that chance. Like let's make sure we get that chance by not playing Steph the rest of the year. Maybe they can do that next year too. Maybe they can just sit him the whole year and be terrible and just say, you know what, we're probably not going to win it. Let's be terrible again and get another draft pick. Let's do that. Yeah, fans that love tanking are just beyond me. Let's tank. Let's tank. Put on your. Again, enjoy the little things, enjoy the moment, enjoy the performances, especially when you have an all-time great. Especially when you have an all-time great. Enjoy. So they take down the Clippers again. Steph was Steph. Draymond looked like old Draymond against Kawhi Leonard, just completely bottled him up in the fourth quarter. And then Al Horford, we forget, this guy's got championship medal too. This guy's been here. Like he didn't even think like it was yeah, well, it's cool, it's playing game, but we expected to be, a better shape, but one step at a time, baby. One step at a time. Now, do I expect him to be there? No. But you get what, like the way I look at it, One more shot to watch this team play. One more shot to watch Steph this year. Draymond, the war, like really Steph. I mean, Draymond's fun to watch on defense, no doubt, but Steph's a show. And one more chance to watch Steph Curry. And then if they win again, you got a minimum of 4 chances to watch him against the best defense in the league. So I think they got a great chance tonight. I really do. I think they got a fantastic chance tonight. And real quick, I'll go back to the last game because I shouldn't gloss over the contributions of Pajemski and Guy Santos or Guy Santos. Either one of those. What was that? Can you blow that up for me? What is that? It's something 100% yes. Do the Warriors win tonight? Well, how many votes are there? Like 4? I mean, we're in a very pro Warriors area, so it doesn't surprise me that the Warriors are going to be. Yeah, I mean, I like the Warriors tonight, though. I do. I thought they would hang within the number last game. It was 5.5. I just thought that was too much. And then I thought, well, maybe it's not, and maybe it is. Maybe it's not, and maybe it is, because they bounced from 10-3 the entire game. Down 10, down 3. Here they come. Oh shit! Down 10 again. Down 3, here they come. Oh, down 10 again. Down 3. Oh, here they. No, they're not. It's just like bing, 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 bing. And then when they went down 13 that last time, like, uh-oh. And then immediately, I think it was a Steph 3 and a Horford 3, and it's like, oh, right back in it. Right back in it. And then just, again, bottling quiet was huge. So take down the Clippers. I think they got a really good chance against Phoenix tonight. If this could be my keys to the game, every game for the Warriors, take care of the damn ball. Get shots up. Shots are good. No shots, bad. Shot good, no shot bad. Like you need to have shots. Now the Clippers did them a favor by turning the ball over as well. I think they turned it over 18 times in that game. Warriors turned over 20 times, but the Clippers had 35 points off those turnovers. You can't do that. And Phoenix is number 3 in the league at forcing turnovers. Detroit, OKC, Phoenix. So it's what they do is they force turnovers. And that's got to be priority number 1. Surprisingly enough, against the Clippers, it was Guy and Pajemski that were the violators of the no turnover creed. They had 9 between them. I think Pods had 4 and Guy had 5. You just can't. Again, Steph's going to handle the ball a lot. Draymond's going to handle it. Especially Steph. Like if he turns it over some, okay, that's fine. Do you love it? No, but you can't have the guys that are your quote unquote role players, although they're playing like more than just role players. Guy's been fantastic. Pods has been really good lately. So you can't turn it over. See if you can hurt him on the offensive glass. Phoenix is 27th in defensive rebounding efficiency or defensive rebounding percentage. So you can't hurt them on the offensive glass. And although the Warriors haven't been as good this year as they were last year, getting on the offensive glass, they still have guys that can do it, especially the guards. Like Guy Santos and Pajemski are 2 guys I would look at to see if they can get 6 offensive rebounds between them. Because Pods can rebound. Pods is a really good rebounder for a guard. And Guy can also get in there and rebound. So those are two positions where I might look at and say, okay, can they get you some extra possessions? What I wanted to look at, and I always look at this. This is one stat I always look at during a game, after a game, is shot attempts. How many shot attempts do you get? And the Warriors had 83, Clippers had 86. That's fine. You're good. Free throws were about even. So, yeah, it worked out. Offensive rebounds were about even. So how do you get extra shot attempts? By forcing turnovers and getting offensive rebounds. Now, if one team has 30 free throws, one team has 20, what I usually do is cut that in half. So it's a 10 free throw discrepancy, cut it in half to 5. And then whoever has most free throws, I will add that to their field goal attempts. Because if one team has 10 more field goal attempts, but then the other team has 15 more free throw attempts, then it kind of evens itself out. What you can't have is you're down like 20 field goal attempts and like you're only up 5 free throws. It's like that math doesn't work. So that will happen if they beat you on the offensive glass like by 6, 7, 8. You turn the ball over 8 more times than they do, 7 more times than they do. That's what's going to happen. So you have to make sure that you're close in field goal attempts. Because I think this team can match up with them. I think they're better than Phoenix. Phoenix hasn't been great the last few months of the season, so I like it. We won't get into we don't need to get into OKC. So that would be a massive, 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 massive upset. But we won't worry about that. Let's see if they get there. Phoenix, of course, you have Brooks, you have Booker, you have, and why am I forgetting his name? The other kid that came over from Houston, who had a really nice game against Portland, by the way. He was like really good against Portland. I'm getting old, man. I can't remember all these names. Green, yeah, Jalen Green. So, what was he against? He was 14 of 29 for 35 points. Not great. I mean, it's good. No, it is. I shouldn't say that. It's really good. Not really good, not great. 29 shots, 35 points. Booker was good. Brooks was good. Like he had 20 points on 10 shots. That was it. That's really all they got from. They didn't really get much from anybody else. So, and look, you always got to like a game where Dillon Brooks and Draymond Green are inhabiting the same space because you never know what could happen. I would say one of my keys to the game too is Draymond kind of keep your cool a little bit because you can bait Draymond into tees, you can bait Dillon Brooks into tees, and I just love like both. If these guys played baseball, they'd be red asses. Okay, they're both assholes on the court. There's no doubt about it. I would tell Draymond that you're an asshole on the court, but any of you that saw Die Hard 3, I want to say that was the one that took place at the Washington airport. John Amos was in there of Good Times fame. And I remember a scene. I always think of this when Bruce Willis wasn't a big fan of his early in the movie. And at one point, he was loading into the back of the truck, and Bruce Willis says, you're not such an asshole after all. And John Amos says, oh, no, I'm an asshole. I'm just your kind of asshole. That's what I think of when I think of Draymond. He's an asshole. He's just my kind of asshole. He's our kind of asshole, but he's an asshole. Dillon Brooks, not our kind of asshole. But if he played for the Warriors, he may be our kind of asshole. Don't know. I don't know what kind of asshole you guys like. But Draymond certainly is. So you get those two guys, two assholes on the court at the same time, and you never know what could happen. But I would, yeah. Over under text, I don't know. I mean, you can't get kicked out. You can't get kicked out of a play-in game, although it doesn't exist technically. So I guess you could, and no one would even notice. So but I do like the Warriors in this one. I was a little surprised they were getting 3.5, just like I was surprised they were getting 5.5 against the Clippers. But I just think the matchups favor them if they can keep the turnovers to a minimum. The Warriors going to set a lot of screens to get Dillon Brooks off Steph, because Dillon Brooks can be a problem defensively, but he's going to try to get in your head. That's like his biggest strength. Like Steph can handle him, no doubt about that. But it gets into your head. He's doing stupid stuff, and again, asshole. Booker's the guy. You just got to make sure he doesn't get going from mid range. Like he's not just wearing you out from the mid range. I'm not sure who they're going to put Steph on. I'm guessing Goodwin. Draymond might get Booker. Does he get Green? Bro, I don't know. But it's not like it's a much different matchup for him. Like I think it'll be a more difficult matchup because Booker's a little. I don't want to say craftier than Kawhi, just slipperier. He's smaller than Kawhi, moves a little bit different than Kawhi. Even though Kawhi is incredible, he can get a little robotic, with his movements and stuff. He's just so damn efficient. But Booker's a little slipperier. Maybe got a little more wiggle. So I don't know. But I mean, Steph should be on Goodwin. But yeah, pods on Green, maybe. So I don't. Anyway, I like the Warriors shot here. I like where they're at. I think they got a really good chance of winning this game, and it'd just be a much more fun. I know I work for the Warriors. I am a Warriors. I'll always be a Warriors. I know I work for the Warriors and I played here and all that stuff. But that aside, is there anybody out there that watches basketball that thinks to themselves, I would much rather watch Phoenix OKC than Golden State OKC? Like anybody outside of Phoenix. If you're a Phoenix fan, of course, I get it. But if you're not a Phoenix fan, you're just a basketball fan, is there anybody out there that says, you know what, I'd like to see Phoenix win this? I don't want to see Steph Curry play against OKC. I don't want to see what a reasonably healthy Warrior team can do against OKC. And by reasonably, I mean no Butler. Like if you have Butler, then maybe you have a series. Still think OKC is significantly better, but it closes the gap just a little bit. But with Steph, you never know. Steph could win a game or two. Like Steph could just go bonkers and win you a game or two. That's the beauty of Steph. Like that's what all timers do. That's what the greats do. I got this. I'm going to get it rolling. And once I do, look out. So if they keep Booker under control, don't let him get 30. Don't turn the ball over. Hit the offensive glass a little bit. I think they're going to be in good shape. I do. I like. No, Guy's not winning a game or two. Sorry. He can help you, but you're not putting it on his back and saying go win us a play-in game. Although who could win a play-in game? I don't know who wins play-in games. They don't exist. I don't know. And don't get me wrong. I love I love Guy. I like him more than Guy. I got to be honest. I like him a lot more than Guy. And let me just say this. Oh, nice. Going to the game tonight. Well, enjoy. You have your Warrior gear. Warriors travel well. Warriors travel, man. They have people coming. So enjoy the game, man. That'll be fun. I don't know. I won't be there, but there's a possibility if they win tonight, I could be traveling to OKC at some point. We'll see. That's still all up in the air. Like I tell everybody, let's get there first. Let's get there. Enjoy the game, Danny, and appreciate that. I saw something, and look, I don't know if the NBA did itself any favors or not by putting the play-in games, because people like the play-in games. I watched the post-game show on Prime. Fine. Post-game show was fine. It was light. I like the guys on there. They're cool. Dirk's really cool. Griffin and Haslam. But Zach Lowe, I guess he's a part of that show. That's the first time I've watched the show all year long. Because after games, I usually just click off and I'm gone. But Zach Lowe came on and they asked him what he learned tonight. And he goes, what I learned is they never get rid of the play-in games. I try to tell people this. And I would tell Zach this. Like, what? Because we had a great game between a 9 and a 10? You realize if we had 14 and 15 and played them, you could play Washington versus the Nets and it might be a really competitive game, kind of fun to watch. You go, that was competitive, that was fun. We should let them in the playoffs. No, you shouldn't, because they suck. When two teams that suck play each other, you might have a competitive game. So when 9-10 play each other, or 7 or 8, like their records are all the same. They're like the same. So why would we be surprised that Charlotte and Miami go into overtime? Why would we be surprised that the Warriors and the Clippers play a barn burner? Like we shouldn't. We shouldn't be surprised like at all. Or who I think there was one team, or did the two get beat by 10? I think Orlando got beat by 10. And the Phoenix game was a good game too. Of course, 7-8. Why wouldn't it be a good game? So don't use it being a good game as we should keep the plan. We shouldn't keep the plan, but we're going to keep the plan. So I'll stop. Look, the NBA tells you all you need to know about the play-in game. Stats don't exist because it's not a regular season game. It's not a playoff game. They're just like, okay, game's over. We're done with it, and it's gone. Poof, see ya. That's how much they care about the play-in game. Just like when they have the mid-season tournament, they're telling you the regular season is kind of and we need something to spice it up. If the regular season was great, they wouldn't need that. So all you got to do is listen between the lines. Prime, I don't know. You would think you'd want the games that people want to watch on broadcast TV or whatever. Who knows? I don't know. The Charlotte game went off the air against Miami. Overtime. Key moments went off the air. I was like, are you serious? Technical difficulties? Like, please. But what are we doing here? Technical difficulties? And then during the post-game show, they give the highlights. They show Tyler Hero hitting the 3 to cut it from 125 to 123. Next highlight they show, it's 126, 125. Miami. I'm like, well, how did they get 3 points? How did they get those points? Apparently, Tyler Hero got fouled, went to the free throw line for 3. I know it's not that exciting, but you could show the foul. And you could show, say, and Tyler Hero fouled here, hits all 3. That puts the Heat up 1. And then you can show LaMelo Ball's layup. Speaking of LaMelo Ball, I don't want to hear I fell on my head. I didn't know what was going on. Discombobulated, and I just grabbed Bam Adebayo's foot. What? Like, what are we talking about? What are we okay, hold on a second. We got Lou like tangled up. No. What time is it? Ooh, okay. I know we're getting there. She's lately she's been like 1 o'clock. Like, hey, it's time. That's not time. It's not time. Like, I don't believe LaMelo Ball for a second. Like, yeah, I just fell down and I grabbed him. I just grabbed him. It was a dirty play. League thought it was a dirty play. Gave LaMelo Ball flagrant 2. That does that doesn't do anybody any good. All you're doing is telling us that he should have been kicked out. He should have got a flagrant 2, should have been kicked out, wasn't. That doesn't do the Heat any good. They lost their best player, and LaMelo Ball plays and hits the game-winning shot. Thanks. You find him $60,000. He won't even know that's missing. Trust me. He won't know it's missing. They advance. He plays next game. Miami's out. Nah, that wasn't fair. Now, I will say this. I didn't catch it when it happened live. I didn't expect the refs to catch it. It would have been nice if they did. But how often, if I can quote Andy Dufresne from the Shawshank Redemption, how often does a man look at another man's shoes? Like, if you're a referee, you're not looking down. You're looking up. You're looking at the ball. All of a sudden, somebody's falling, and you see him fall, but you didn't see the trip. And Bam was kind of falling backwards anyway. He's trying to save the ball, so his momentum was taking him that way. If Bam was standing straight up and anchored, pulling his leg's not going to do anything. But the fact he was going that way already just pulled his feet, and then he fell on his ass and tailbone. And anybody that's ever hit their tailbone on anything, ow, 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 ow. And so, again, at that point, flagrant two, it's almost like rubbing salt in it for Miami. Hey, guess what? He should have been kicked out of that game. He wasn't, but we'll fine him for you. Thanks. Could we play? Nope, you're out. Out of what? The game didn't exist. Yeah, I guess it didn't. How can you fine me for a game that didn't exist? It's a good question. So, again, Prime off the air. Highlights sucked in that instance. The playmaker chain's stupid. I don't know. Maybe there's people that like it. Maybe I'm just too old for that one. Maybe if you're younger, you think that thing's dope. And that's kind of an old saying. Like, you're old when you say dope and you're like using that in the context, like kids use it and they don't use it anymore. That's all you have. That's all I have. I don't even know what kids say nowadays. I don't even know. I don't know what they say. So, but it sucks. How about that? It just sucks. Here's your playmaker chain for a playing game that doesn't exist. Thank you. Another thing that Prime did that I wasn't real thrilled about. Yeah, there it is. Look at that thing. And it's got a highlight too. It's like running highlights. So it's got a video on it. It's this big chain. It's a phone. And then there's an actual highlight. It's like those NFTs they were trying to con you to buy years ago. You're like, buy your NFT. You can own this highlight. I always thought, okay, how can I own a highlight? Like, anybody can go on YouTube and watch this. You go, I own it? Yeah, you own the highlight. What? I mean, just give me one of the monkeys. Give me one of those chimps with like hats on. Let me own one of those. Like, that was a great investment. I'm sure everybody that owns those monkeys is thinking, yeah, I got ahead of the market on that one. Like, do people even buy that anymore? What was the NBA version of this? It was Top Shot. I believe that's what it was called. Are those things like worth anything anymore? There's got to be somebody on this thread that knows what's going on with NBA Top Shot. Is that even a thing? I remember it was a thing. You bought a pack, and then if you got this highlight, they'd show Luka hitting a crazy ass shot, and it's like, oh, that's yours. What do you mean that's mine? What? Can I buy a fucking star too? Like, and guess what? If you buy that, I'm going to sell you an elephant. You can name the baby elephant, and the elephant will be yours. You want a leopard? How about a crocodile? I don't know. How about some Kazakhstani that like nobody knows? Here, Ivan. Like, here's a kid. You can just buy him. Like, but you can't really buy him because that's not even really his name. But I like you can just like, hey, let's buy animals. That star is yours. That light up in the air is yours, and this highlight, that's your highlight. Oh, and the monkey, and the monkey. What do we call them? Non-fungible tokens. Sounds pretty official. That's got to be good, right? Non-fungible tokens. Yeah, how those doing? Maybe they're doing great. Maybe it's like the mafia. You don't know it exists, but it's still around. It's still there, and it's thriving because you're not paying attention to it. Like, you remember when the mafia, you didn't really know it was like kind of some secret underground thing. That's when the mafia was like, okay, yeah, and then they started getting in front of the camera, and everybody knew about the mafia. And it's like, the mafia is kind of running out of steam. And I hate saying that because if they are back in business, and they're going to be looking, going, oh, fucking okay, Tolbert. All right, pal. I don't need the hassle. I don't want to end up in anybody's trunk. But maybe that's what NFTs are like. Like, NFTs are underground again. So they're like, now's the time to jump on board. Now's the time to get one of those monkeys. Get one of those fucking monkeys. Or get a Luka highlight. Or fucking Rondo throwing a pass to KG or something like that. It's yours. It's yours. You own it. Good. Hey, stop looking at my fucking highlight. Can I go around to people's houses Like if somebody, can I be alerted? Can I get an alert if someone is looking at my highlight? Excuse me. Excuse me. Did you look at that Luka highlight? That like turnaround jump? That's mine. That's fucking my, that's my highlight. Don't look at that. Give me that, dude. See? It's mine. Oh, hold on. Somebody else is doing it. I was like, go drive over to the next town. Someone's looking at your highlight. You're looking at my highlight, aren't you? Fucking looking at my highlight? Stop looking at my Luka highlight. I again, the whole Top Shot thing was just, it was and is very bizarre. And I don't even know if it's still a thing anymore. I have no idea if it's still a thing. But the playmaker chain reminded me of that. Like, hey, that's mine. Look what I have, Mom. I bought a highlight for like $20,000. That's really stupid. What? I mean, follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. It's like everybody wants to get rich so quick and do nothing for getting rich other than like pulling a fucking pack out of a, oh shit, this is worth $80,000. It's a LeBron finger roll. Yeah, it's mine. It's mine. It's my highlight. So the whole non-fungible tokens, like I just like whatever. I just like, and then look, you can make money off some of it. There've been people that have made tons of money off Bitcoin, not my thing. But hell, if I could go back in time and buy it at like 50 cents, would I? Of course I would. I'm not dummy. I don't know what's going to end up happening to it. It may not exist in 20 years. I think it will, but even if it doesn't, and you bought it at 50 cents and you've already sold it already, like you don't, what do you care anymore? I don't care. I care. Bought it, I sold it. I'm worth like 80 million now. Hypothetically, like I'm not. If I was, like you'd know. You would know. But actually, you probably wouldn't, because I'd still be doing the same stuff over and over and over. One last thing I need to mention. This is why I can't keep this shit to like 45 minutes, because I'm talking non-fungible tokens, and there was no plan to talk non-fungible tokens. But did you guys see this when they showed the Warrior game on Prime? They had the advantage, like the little advantage box above Porzingis when he was posting up like a smaller player. They switched off, like a smaller player switched off on him, and all of a sudden it was like this little thing, like an arrow that pointed to the top of Porzingis. Advantage. You know what it's like? I was watching my granddaughter play. God, what's the name of that video game that was super popular? Like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8. Fortnite. So she was playing Fortnite, and they have the names of all the players, like Easy Rider 474, Billy Bob 42789, and then you get idiots or like Donkey Dick 6969. Ha 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 ha! You're funny. It's like a 12-year-old. That's why I don't play online. You get like Donkey Dick kicking your ass, and he's like 12, and then he's taunting you. Hey, who needs that? Who needs that aggravation? I don't. I don't want the aggravation. I don't need the aggravation, because you're like 2,000 miles away and you're wearing me out, and I don't need it. Why are you so mad? Donkey Dick just fucking was kicking my ass at Fortnite. So, what do we got here? What are we showing here? I have no idea are we showing? Oh, there it is, the advantage. Can we make that bigger? Is there any way to make that bigger so people can see it if they didn't see it already, if they haven't seen it? But you can see the little blue box over LeBron, and it says advantage, because I think Pajemski is guarding him. Like, when did everybody stop paying attention? Do people not pay attention to the games at all? Is everybody on their phone that much that they're looking at the game, looking at their phone, and they need to know what's going on. Like, I missed it. LeBron's got an advantage. I wouldn't have seen that. How about just paying attention to the game? Remember, remember when that used to be a thing? You'd actually pay attention to what you were watching. You didn't need a first down line. You didn't need a line of scrimmage line. You didn't need down. You didn't need distance on the screen because you actually were paying attention. So you knew what the situation was. Now I've gotten used to the first down line like everybody else has. I don't need the box in baseball. It's fine. I saw a game this weekend. I don't know if it was a Fox game, maybe it was a local Oriole game. But the box was like just shaded a little bit differently. So if you really squinted a little bit, like you could see it, but it wasn't intrusive. It wasn't like just a big white line that like clipped it. That's one of the worst things to ever happen to baseball. Because if you miss it by a quarter of an inch, fans go crazy. Like, oh, that was a ball. Oh, that was a strike. Oh, you couldn't do it. Like, dude, shut up. Like when you miss by 2 inches, I get it. And we have ABS now. So that takes care of a lot of it. But it's just so intrusive. Again, it's fans that don't pay attention to what's going on. They just want to be able to look up, what do we got there? Oh, they hit the line, strike. Oh, that missed the line. Strike? Hey, whoa. That missed the line. That's not a strike. I can see it right here. On my ass, on my couch, drinking a Fresca. I can see it. Like, what are we doing? Do we really need that? Do you really need that? Do you have to have that? Like, I don't need any of it. Remember, I grew up in the Stone Age. I grew up when football games had nothing on the screen other than football players. That was it. Football players. That's it. No down, no distance, no nothing. You know what we had to do? We had to pay attention. Well, you want what? What game? Oh, it's right there. It's up there. All hell's broken loose. Well, you got to lock the door occasionally. I'll give you a little insight into what she's getting. She's getting Twister. I tried to play Twister with her earlier on today. I couldn't do it. Like, it's a joke. Right foot green, left hand, I'm out. I lose. I'm done. So Camila, I think grandma's going to play with her, or Haley, but she wanted to come in and get the Twister game. So that's what you get with the Tolbert show. You get animals, you get the cat. I'm surprised there's not a cat in here walking on my, but anyway, so back to what I was, that's it. Twister. And I was out. I thought it'd be funny if I could have somebody in here with a camera showing Camila and I playing Twister, but I can't do it. I can't it would be funny if I could do like one or two things, but I would just fall on my head. Well, you guys would like that. All right, let me get back to this really quick. I just hate the fact that nobody pays attention anymore. Like, you could watch a football game, they took everything off the screen. You'll figure it out. But you're going to have to pay attention. You're going to have to pay attention to what down it is. You're going to have to pay attention to how many yards they ran for. You're going to have to pay attention to how many yards they threw for. And it's going to be a rough estimate. Like, okay, 3rd and 5, could be 4, could be 4.5, could be 5.5. But it's going to be right there. You're like, 2nd down, 5. Okay, here we go. Get sacked. Okay, that's negative yards. He lost 6. 2nd down, 16. Okay, got it. Okay, but mentally, and it's good for you mentally. It's stimulating. You figuring out what's going on. You had to figure the baseball. What's the count? How many outs are there? Again, mentally stimulating. What's going on? Basketball is a little wonky because it's hard to keep track of all the scoring, but you got a decent idea. Like, you knew someone's up 6. Okay, they're up 4. They're up 6. They're up 8. They're up 6. Like, you knew. I don't remember basketball games so much not having at least a score on there. They may have, but again, I started losing it when they had the line of scrimmage line. Like, I don't need a line of scrimmage line. I know where the line of scrimmage is. Do you see the fucking football? That's where the line of scrimmage is. You see where everybody's lined up. You see all the big guys. There's like big guys on one side, probably 5 of them, unless it's Stanford under Jim Harbaugh. Then there's like 8 of them, but they're not on the line of scrimmage because that'd be illegal. And then you get a whole bunch of big guys. They're called defensive linemen, usually 4, maybe 5, possibly 6, could be sending a blitz, but they're at the line. Like, they're right there. They're there. They're together right there. You know what? And you know what's in the middle there? Like, if I were to go, ooh, that's a fucking line of scrimmage right there. It's right there. It's right there. Just pay attention. Oh, yeah. And then and right here in the middle of it, there's a football. There's a football. That's the line of scrimmage. The fact that at some point somebody said we should put a line of scrimmage line there so people know where the line of scrimmage was, I'm like, either there's a bunch of really stupid people out there, or they're just trying to make us stupid, so we won't use our brains at all. Thank goodness they got rid of that. Although I will tell you, when I was doing the radio show, I had multiple people call and say, well, I like the line of scrimmage because what happens if the quarterback runs past it and then he throws it? And I said, like, once every 4 games, that happens? Like, we need it for once every 4 games. Are you kidding me? So they got rid of that. You remember NHL did many years ago when they had the flaming puck? I think Fox had the rights to thank you. Thank you. He brought it up the same time I did. The flaming puck was the worst. Again, I think Fox had the rights. And it was like, so when they let's say it was a slap shot, right? And they would have a trail, like a vapor behind the puck. And the harder the shot was, it would turn orange or yellow. Like, it'd be purple and then orange yellow. I think McGinnis was one of the harder slap shots at the time. Al McGinnis, and purple, yellow, blue. Oh, purple, yellow, orange. It's like, what? What is going on? And then the puck glowed, like, so you could keep track of where the puck is. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of know where the puck is because I know where the fucking players are. Just watch the players. Okay, just watch the players. They have a tendency to congregate around the puck. Can I always pick up the puck? No. But I can find it pretty quickly. You know why? Because I pay attention to what's going on. I'm not doing this. The fucking puck. Where's the puck? Oh shit! Crypto's down. Oh, where's the puck? Score? What do you mean score? I didn't see that. What do you mean score? Who scored? Who scored? Yeah, this is the glowing. Just so. I mean, for those of us that watch hockey, we're like, what are we doing? What is going on? We just don't need. So awful. So awful. Like, let's make it easily digestible. Look, hockey's never going to be the main. It's always going to be 4-4. Always. And for those of us that love watching hockey, Stanley Cup playoffs coming up, that was like, would stop. That wasn't drawing the casual fan in. It just wasn't. So thank goodness, they got rid of it. They just said, okay, this is really stupid. So they have gotten rid of some dumb ideas, but I would like to see them. I mean, get rid of and get on power plays. I don't need to know the names of all the players. You got the names of all the players over their heads. Like, okay, this is Celebrini, this is Smith, this is Eklund, this is Dickinson. I fucking figure it out. Work a little bit. Just work a little bit, okay? You'll figure out their numbers after a while. You'll get it. And then if you watch enough, just by their stride, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Trust me on that. You watch enough, you'll see them skate, and you're like, I know who that is. And then you won't need the dumb names. And so, okay, look, you're watching more hockey, but you don't need it. You don't need it, Erwin. Trust me. Watch it, pay attention, you'll get it. You will. So whether it helps you or not, get a program. See who 71 is. See who 2 is. See who 77 is. Like, you'll get it. This It bothers me when they spoon feed everybody everything like we're just stupid. And we need everything like right in front of us. Like we don't need to work at anything. It's okay if you want to work at something. All right. Speaking of the Sharks, let's celebrate Macklin Celebrini, shall we? 115 points, a new San Jose Sharks record. The holder of the record before, Big Joe, his landlord. His landlord had 114 points. Pretty rude of Macklin, I got to be honest. I mean, Joe and his family take Macklin in, let him stay there this year, and then he goes out and breaks his record. It just kind of rude. But here it is. Here's the record breaker. I believe it's a record breaker. Yep. All right.
For Celebrini. He's done it. History for the San Jose Sharks.
Drew and Randy. Nice. My favorite San Jose uniforms, by the way.
Put it by the man.
In case you care. Winnipeg checked out. Winnipeg said, we're done. I don't want to play anymore. We're out of here. Sharks had all the young guys are like, hell yeah, we're going to play. Let's get Macklin this record. Again, pretty rude. Pretty rude of you to do that to your landlord. So 115 points. And even though the Sharks didn't make the playoffs this year, they were fun to watch. They were fun to watch. I can't wait to see. Like, I think we know what Macklin is now. Macklin's probably going to win an MVP or Hart Trophy at some point. I mean, Smith and Dickinson and Eklund and Chernyshov. Yeah, Joe's going to kick him out. Like, bro, you just broke my record. Misa. Like Chernyshov looked like the real deal too. Like Chernyshov, Smith, and Celebrini on the line. Whew. That line's going to do some damage. I think Misa's going to be pretty good, but let's see. He's going to have an off season under his belt and see how he does. I think Eklund's just really solid, like just a really solid player, and I like him. The blue line needs to improve, and the goaltending needs to improve. Like it just has to. He gave up far too many goals this year, but the offense was at least game. Like a few years ago, they got down by a couple goals, or they gave up 3 or 4. It was pretty much lights out. This team's got some firepower now. They got some horsepower, and they're going to score. So I'm excited to see where the future goes. I think next year, reasonable expectations will be playoffs. Get yourself 90 plus points, get yourself into the playoffs. Like, I don't know if they're there yet to compete with Colorado and Edmonton and Minnesota. So, but Macklin's, I mean, probably what, top 7, 8, let's just say 10. Somebody said top 3 player. I don't know. I mean, Kucherov, McDavid, McKinnon, and then I don't know how you would compare him to a guy like Makar, who was a defenseman. Let's just put it this way. He's one of the best players in the game, and he's really good, and he's probably going to be a Shark for quite some time. So enjoy him. And he hasn't even started yet. So it reminds me a little bit of Steph, and I know it's because like the Celebrini connection, the Bay Area connection, but I think the Sharks are going to have a guy where you're going to say, man, what a great face of your franchise. What a great face of your franchise to have moving forward. So it's going to be exciting to watch him and watch the Sharks grow over the course of the next few years. So, yeah, I mean, Crosby's good, but he's not top 5 anymore. I mean, he's all timer. He's incredible. Obviously, first ballot guy, but I wouldn't say anymore top 5. So, but again, well, that's true. Drew loves Crosby, so maybe he would say, maybe Drew would say otherwise. But some fun matchups. I'm looking forward to that Ducks Oilers matchup. 7:30 games. That's when I'll get a chance to watch. It's really hard to watch Stanley Cup hockey. I love it, but the NBA playoffs. So it really kind of depends on if the Warriors are in it or not. If the Warriors are in it, then it'll be hard to really digest as much Stanley Cup hockey as I want to, because I'll be really paying attention to that. And there are some series that I want to pay attention to. I think Denver, Minnesota is going to be a good one. But I thought the West was going to have some great first round playoff matchups. If the Warriors lose, OKC, Phoenix, not super excited. San Antonio, Portland, that might be sneaky good. Lakers without Luka and Reeves, not as great. That one against Houston's kind of That lost its zip on that one. So we'll see. But there's usually 2 or 3 Stanley Cup playoff series that I like to get into and just follow the whole series. But I'll watch. I'll definitely watch some, no doubt about it. All right, before we get out of here, I like my my Angel highlights. But this time I'm not just going to foist it on you because I'm an Angel fan. If you're a baseball fan and you saw what happened in the Bronx this week, I mean, Judge and Trout went nuts, and it's like vintage Judge and vintage Trout. Like Trout turned back the clock. He said, "Okay, let's go back before I start getting injured, and before I missed all these games, and kind of remind people like what I do and who I am and how good I can be." But you're talking like on the big stage, Yankee Stadium, 3-time MVPs. Both of them have won 3. And Judge says, "I'm going to go ahead and start this thing off." You're like, "Oh, it's going to be a long series for the Halos. Can they get one? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they can get one. Maybe not. I mean, this guy's just a monster. And not only power, just a great hitter too. I mean, he's like, yeah, okay. I got you. A high five. Hey, what's up? And Trout says, okay. Bam. Trout, I don't think Trout had any cheapies either. Like he was just smashing balls. Back wall bullpen. Like, I got you. And they kept showing, I don't know if this is Yes or the Angels, but they kept showing each one of them. Every time one would hit a home run, they'd show one. Okay, all right, pretty good. Trout said, okay, yeah, we were down, now we're tied. Looking good. Trout says, oh, come get some. Bam. That was a high fastball, too. He doesn't usually hit. That's usually the one he has trouble with. You get up near the top of the zone, and he's kind of got that. I guess he's adjusted his swing where he steps back with his back foot right before the pitcher's about to throw it, just to kind of get his weight distributed properly and doesn't kind of lunge forward. And Judge says, okay. And by the way, this is game 1. And Judge says, I see you home. I see your home run. There's Trout like, oh, damn. I see your home run and I raised you a home run. You mother, look at this guy. Guess that's why he's won 3 MVPs. Like he's pretty good. I like that. Oh, Trout says, oh, you got 2? I guess I better get to that. Thing was nuked. That was like 450. That was left center back wall of the bullpen. Like that was just hammered. So oh no. Poor Camilo. Damn. Giant fans are like, oh, who was that? Yeah, that was him. 2 each, and they go up 10-8. They must have won, right? Nope. 11-10 in the bottom of the 9th. That one hurt. But this didn't. Well, it did if you're the baseball. So, like right there, if you go to that game, are you kidding me? You go to that game, you see 21 runs, and you see 2 future Hall of Famers have two home runs each. This is game 2, first inning. Crack. He said, let's just go all the way up on the wall. So that's number 3 if you're counting at home. Maybe you went to both games. You're like, hey, I'm going to go to all the Angel games. I'm going to go to all these games. Season ticket holder. Of course I'm going to go. I want to see Mike Trout. And you're like, yeah, he's kind of hurt. I'm not sure what to expect. There you go. I think that was 3 straight at bats. Bang, bang, and bang. I'm glad the Angels got rid of the stupid hat. They used to like wear sombreros and samurai hats and stupid shit. They just hit the home run high five. Judge says, okay, I got you. Okay. You got 3? I got 3. And now you're really in the seats going, what are we watching? Like, this is the best money I've ever spent in my life. It's the best ever. I spent that hooker was pretty nice, but this is like the best. I think this is the best. And Trout's like, this is game 3. Don't have one in this game yet. And let's get one. Let's make it 4 for this series. Put us up 4-3. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And then it stayed 4-3, and the Angels won. No, they didn't. It stayed 4-3 into the bottom of the 9th, and they crapped another one. Trout says, yeah, I saw you went to right field, Judge. I can do that too. I can go right field. Of course, it's Yankee Stadium. Anybody can go to right field in Yankee Stadium. You just like flip it out to right field, and you're good to go. Get it up in the jet stream, short porch. This is the last game of the series. And Judge says, okay, well, okay. You got 4, I got 3. We each got 4 now. How about that? Bam. God, that's a big dude. That is a big dude. He's my size when I played. He's a little smaller than I am now. But when I played, that was like my size. He's like, okay, tied at 4. Trout says, ooh, gotcha. That thing, look at this thing goes. That thing was nuked. I think that might have been Mommy and Daddy Trout saying, you know what? This was a good series to come to. Our boy hit 5 jacks. If that is their boy. If not, they probably would like to adopt him. So there you go. There's 9 home runs. Oh, no, yeah, the Angels did not spit this one up because Joe Adele came up with bases loaded a little later on in the game. Grand salami. 11 runs held for him. And so Joe Adele's been rolling this year. Don't sleep on Joe Adele. He's finally that guy that everybody thought he might be. But there you go. So, like, you go to that series, 9 home runs between Judge, 3 MVPs, Trout, 3 MVPs. Like, it's me and my buddy have talked about this. Like, if someone would take Trout, maybe you think about trading him. Although, man, I hate to see an all-time great traded away from your team because I watch Angels games, so I get a chance to watch him play, and I love watching him play when he's healthy. But Angels would have to eat too much of that. And then look, it's not like Trout wants to get traded and the Angels won't trade him. Trout's good. Trout says, I'm good. I'm not going anywhere. I like it here. Everybody wants him to leave so he can play for a playoff team and they can watch him play meaningful games. Maybe Trout likes it in Southern California. Maybe he says, you know what? I want to turn this thing around. I don't want to leave when this team is at the bottom and just leave them here. They paid me over $400 million. I want to honor that by getting this team back to the playoffs. Whatever it is. I mean, you got to respect someone that says, you know, I'm good. I'll stay. You guys have backed me. You gave me the massive contract. I'm good. Would it be nice to see him in the playoffs? Yes. He's been in the playoffs for a grand total of 3 games. Kansas City Royals got swept, and that was it. That's it. That's his playoff career. That's his playoff career. So, but that was, man. Look, as an Angel fan, I was not super happy because they split a 4-game series in New York that they should have swept. At least won 3 of 4. Didn't. But when you can see those 2 guys do what they do, and again, if you're there, it's like, I mean, that's a dream 4-game series if you went to those games. Like if you were an Angels fan and said, hey, let's go to New York, get to see the sights, check out the Yankees, see what's going on. And then you get to see that, like, you're going to remember that for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, you remember, like, remember that series. Remember that series. Speaking of that, remember what I told you about Steph. You'll talk about that 20 years from now. Steph's greatest games. And again, it doesn't even exist. By then, it won't exist. There'll be no stats for it, no nothing. Trying to help you guys enjoy the little things. For those of you that don't, for those of you that want to tank, for those of you that want to get ahead of yourself, for those of you that are always big picture people, shrink it down. Enjoy the games. Sound like Jeff Kent. Enjoy the games. Just enjoy the smaller stuff. Enjoy the smaller stuff. Enjoy the performances. That's what sports ultimately are about. Not just the championships, all pro, all NBA, all whatever. It's the game. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the performances. Before we go, man, sad day for Angel fans. Garrett Anderson passed away today at the age of 53. Medical emergency. Is home in Newport Beach. No other details, but it's just bummer. I mean, I watched a lot of games with Garrett Anderson playing. Garrett Anderson, Tim Salmon, Darren Erstad. That was the outfield. Kennedy, Eckstein, Glaus, Molina. Like, that was a team that won the 0-2 World Series, and just it's so young. So young. Angels all-time hits leader. All-time hits leader. And I know we have a highlight from him. Giant fans aren't going to love this one, but you know which one I'm going to play. It's Game 7, 2002 World Series, bottom 3, 1-1, bases loaded, and this was like the game. This was it, because after this, it was it. Steps up to the plate and whack. And if Kuiper were calling the game, which he wasn't, he wouldn't have been as excited to say it. But he would have said, and they all score. It is fun to hear Kipe say that. For Giant fans, it wouldn't have been fun to hear him say that at that moment. But I know what you're thinking, Giants fans. Damn, and oh, if Kirk Reeder would have been starting, that wouldn't have happened. I know you. 24 years later, you're thinking, oh, if Kirk Reeder would have started, that wouldn't have happened. Brutal. Maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe it would have. I don't know. But man, R.I.P. Garrett Anderson. Just a Halo legend, absolute legend. And like, he took a lot of flack from Angels fans back in the day because of the way he carried himself, very nonchalant, not a lot of emotion. Just went about his business and got stuff done. And I always thought he was. He was one of my favorite Angels. So that sucked to find that out today. My buddy Todd, who is basically the Grim Reaper of our friend group, he's the guy that always, if somebody dies, he's the first to let you know. It could be a backup defensive tackle for the Baltimore Colts back in like 74. R.I.P. so and so. I was like, what? Who? This one hit home though. This one that sucks. So I will pour one out in his honor today. Hope everybody has a great weekend. And Lou is just wearing me out right now. He's like on the door, like she wants to be fed. So, and like, I got 15 minutes. So, all right. If you guys a question, if you want, like, I tell you what, if you want like 2 or 3 minutes, if anybody has any good questions, I'll answer them for you, and then we'll get on out of here. Next week's gonna be a busy week. I think Brent Jones is going to join us. How much would a Tom Tolbert NBA highlight cost? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is what it would cost. Brent Jones is going to join us on Monday. We'll have some draft stuff. A couple of things and get to some business here. Tuesday after the draft. What day is that? That is the 17th, 24th, 25th, 26th, 28th. So if you guys have any plans on the 28th, cancel them and come on out to McKay's Beer Garden in Pleasanton. I'm going to be there. Matt Mayoko is going to be there. Cam Inman's going to be there. Matt Barrows is going to be there. So it's going to be a 49er bonanza. So if you want to come, hang out, grab a beer, grab some food, there it is. There's McKay's. Great beer selections. And look, I've been wanting to do this for a while, get all those guys together because they're fun to talk to. The fact that we're going to have all three of them and Ogden and Max will make that thing work. It's going to be fun. So come on out, hang out with us, have some beers, and get some 49er talk. We'll take questions. We'll talk old time 49ers. We'll talk the draft. We'll talk 49ers going into the season. I don't think we have any time restrictions. So we can just go hang out and do what we want at McKay's. So now Ray's coming to the backyard pretty soon. Okay, goddamn, how many people you want? Well, I can't put everybody on one show. Jeez. I thought 3 Niner people would be good enough. I don't know all the cheeses, but but I've been trying. I've been learning. That's a classic. That one will never not be funny. Do you know all the cheeses? Havarti, Reggiano, Parmesan, mozzarella. I don't have any short Don Nelson or Gary Radnish stories. I'm sure I probably have some somewhere if I could think of them, but off the top of my head, no, I do not have anything for you. So, yeah, coming out 28th, Tuesday after the draft. We'll go over all the draft picks, and we'll talk 49er football. Well, it could be better. What could be better? Come on out and join us. And you know what I'll probably have there, even though we'll be at McKay's probably have a field work because they're going to have that. They'll have field work there. And I'll probably have other things too because I saw they had Bear Bottle there. I thought they had a cellar maker there. But I looked at their beer list. I'm like, ooh, that's a good beer list. That's a really good beer list. So I'm excited to head out there. Not just for the beer. Mostly excited about talking to Barrows, Mayoko, and Inman. But we do want to thank Fieldwork for sponsoring the show. This may be for the last time. Not Fieldwork, but it may be for the last time I say the official non-alcoholic craft beer of the San Jose Sharks because Shark season's over now. So I don't know if they're still like the official non-alcoholic. They might be. It might be. There's no games to go to anymore. You're not going to go to the tank for a Sharks game anymore. But you can still get beers. You're not getting 50% off for Toffoli's a goal or an assist because, well, he's not going to get any more goals or assists until next year. You can still get 50% off for a Patrick Bailey RBI. We may have to switch that one up. There may not be enough 50% off opportunities. We may have to do like if Patrick Bailey challenges a call and he's correct, 50% off. I don't know what we're going to have to do. But the RBIs are few and far between. How many RBIs does he have? One. I think he has more than one, but I think I've only said it once on the show that he's had. Let me see. It's got to be more than one, though, doesn't it? Player stats. I know he hasn't hit with a damn. Bailey has, batting average 128, on base percentage 180. Slug 128. Yeesh. OPS 308. That's like almost impossible. RBIs. Fuck. It is one. It is one. It is one. Well, at least he didn't do it on the weekend. Because if it was on the weekend, I couldn't tell you. I remember telling that's not a good sign when I remember telling you about his RBI. When I can remember saying, hey, Patrick Bailey got an RBI. And you can go get 50% off your non-alcoholic beer. You get 50% off your draft beer. So go do it. I remember saying that. That's not a good sign when I can remember talking about your RBI. And that's the only one you have. So, and his chances may become fewer and fewer if Susak keeps hitting. Susak. I think Phil Collins sang that song. So we'll see. But maybe we need something else for I don't know, for Bailey, like some framing or I don't know. Maybe if he fouls 2 off, during the at-bat. You get like 50%. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm not sure if it's going to be the non-alcoholic, the official non-alcoholic. Again, they still might be. I got to get word. I got to call in, get word. What do you want to do? You want to do non-alcoholic? You want to do that? Okay, very good. But you can get the non-alcoholic beer. They have 4 of them: IPA, hazy IPA, Pilsner, and like a blonde grapefruit ale. And then obviously all the leaded varieties that you can get as well. And it's the weekend. You can now I don't know. I know they have like 9 locations now, so I'm not going to get all of them, but you can go to San Leandro, San Ramon, Berkeley, of course. There's a bunch of them. Stop by, have yourself a beer. It's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be nice this weekend. So there you go. It's right there. You can go. You can go over to China Basin, grab yourself a beer. There, Corte Madera, Napa, I haven't been to the Monterey one. Been to the Corte Madera one. Napa, I haven't been to. Mission Rock, yes. China Basin, yes. Sacto, yes. Steve Kerr and I were there watching NBA playoff basketball one day. San Mateo, I've been to. Maybe the Corte Madera I haven't been to. San Leandro, San Ramon, yeah. Santa Rosa, I don't think I've been to that one either. San Ramon is nice. I think we might do a show out there come summer. Or go back over to China Basin maybe during a Giants game. Possibly. We haven't figured that out. So, all right, everybody have a great weekend. I want to thank Fieldwork once again for sponsoring the show. Everybody enjoy the games. See if hopefully the next time I talk to you, we'll be breaking down OKC. We'll be talking about game 1. Game 1 of OKC and the Warriors, which will be Sunday. Whoever wins tonight plays Sunday against the Thunder. So it'd be nice to talk about that series, or we'll talk postmortems. We'll talk Warriors this year and moving into next year. So everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy. Grab yourself a Fieldwork if you're out. They'll thank you, and I'll thank you as well. All right, we'll see you next week. Again, busy week next week. We got the NBA playoffs starting. Jay Billis possibly, Mike Breen possibly, Brent Jones, yes. We're gonna have NBA guys, we're gonna have NFL guys. Like next week could be like just guest on top of guest on top of guest. But you know what? We persevere. That's what we do. See ya.
And remember this, Tommy T. Cash and tickets is what it's all about.